I heard a thing just kind of talking about how they think looter shooters are kind of dying, just like they're not selling as well. The genre might
Well,
be
part of the
oversaturated at least right now.
I don't
Yeah.
think anyone has done it very well. Cause like the looter shooters, you're like, oh cool, look at these guns, but they don't look very special. Very few of them interact very special. It's just like a
Hmm.
stat. It's just a stat check. Like it doesn't feel any different using one gun versus another gun. It's just like, well, this one does more damage.
Yeah.
And them, they don't even look different.
The
They're
one
just
thing that
the same gun.
gets me between these games and like Diablo 2, and I don't know about Diablo 3. This one might have done it right, but in Diablo 2, like because you couldn't respec your guy, you like part of the grind was like if you wanted a particular dude who had a particular playstyle, you
You
had to
gotta
level him up.
commit.
That way you have to commit to like make a javelin barb, and then you could also make a sword barb, and you could make a halberd barb, and you could make a whirlwind barb, and you could make a dual wield barb, and like those would all be different characters. You'd all have to grind for different loot for them on different characters, and like in these new ones, it's like you can just make one dude who can do everything and carry all the guns, and like
Yeah,
there's no special play style between them. They're all just shooting at things with headshot, like the exact same play style. Like they're not different at all.
I think that's how Diablo 3 is, but Augie can attest to it more.
that was my problem with Diablo 3 was that yeah, you get like your ability. I think you get 2 or 3 abilities per like level tier, kind of. Like it doesn't have like a tier list of like it doesn't have a tree with like 20 abilities per class anymore. It's got like 10 abilities or whatever. And
Yeah,
you
and they're
can
not even
pick
like and they're not even necessarily a tree. They're just
no, you
like
just get one
skills.
at the next
Yeah,
tier. And you can
exactly. So there's
swap
no
between them and you
there's
can
no
swap
skill
between them
tree.
whenever you want and you can apply different runes, I think they call them, to them
Hmm.
that add secondary effects, but the ability is still the same. And
Yeah,
you can switch from one to the other at any time. So like my barb can be someone else's barb in a matter of 5 seconds
right.
if I want.
And
Like
like
mine doesn't feel any different from anybody else's thing.
you could be making a like javelin barbarian, and then you find like a better sword, and like, oh, guess I'm a sword barbarian now. Like you just
Yep,
it's just totally
exactly.
dependent on whatever random ass shit you get next. Like it doesn't even matter what your play style is or anything.
I do think just in the short amount of time that we played Diablo 3, I was playing one dude and like yeah, I literally found like a wand or something, but it did more damage. It was like I guess I'm using this now to beat things down. Like whatever, fuck it. Like
Yeah. Well, cause like in the other one, in Diablo 2, you'd be like a barb is just a good example. But if you're a barbarian, you've got dual axes, so you're planning to build to be a fury barber,
Hmm.
and you find like an immortal king's hammer, doesn't matter. You can't use it because that's not what your guy is. He doesn't
Right.
use an immortal
And
king's hammer.
some of the classes, you actually would spec down weapon trees. So like you could be a sword guy and not a hammer guy. Like
Yeah. So like with that one, it's like, well, I was using these and they fight differently, but it doesn't matter now because now I found this better weapon. So I might as well just switch all my stuff and be a noob guy.
I
right.
had like so much anxiety about putting in any type of like gem into those weapons too back in the day because like you couldn't take those out, right? So like as soon as you put something in, it was like permanent in there.